Hello students, today we will learn the gymnosperm. Gymnosperm are naked seeded plants. Gymno means naked and sperma means seed. The gymnosperm are plants in which the seeds are not enclosed within the fruit valve, that is, they bear naked seeds. So these are naked seeded plants without fruit. General characteristics of gymnosperm, they include medium sized tall tree or shrubs. The sequoia ledu tree is one example of gymnosperm. Unlike bryophytes, gymnosperm does not have free living existence. The plant represents the diploid sporophytic phase of life cycle. The plant body differentiated into root, stem and leaf. The generally tap roots, the direct elongation of the radicle of formation of primary root which grows inside the soil. The primary root and its branches constitute the tap root system. This is geotropic. It has geotropic mechanism. Roots in some genera have fungal association of a fungus and the root of a higher plant. The mycorrhiza has symbiotic association of a fungus with root of higher plants, while in some other roots like cycas, small specialized roots called corallate roots are associated with nitrogen fixing bacteria. Do not possess hair or root cap. They are also xerophytic in nature. That is they can survive in extreme hot and extreme cold environment. They are adapted to survive in that environment. That is called xerophytic nature. Extreme cold weather. These are naked seeded flowering plants. These are evergreen woody perennial shrubs or trees. They grow in colder regions of earth. The living plants are mostly taller. That is sequoia, redwood, tallest tree. Another example of living plant is Pinus and Cycas. A fossil plant example is Cycadia and Gymnosperms. The living fossils are Cycas and ginkgo plant. Then they are xerophytic in nature. The presence of archegonia is a pteridophytic character. The endosperm is haploid in nature. In gymnosperm, the gymnosperm are economically very much important. Pinus seeds are edible. That is chilgoja. It is now. These are some economical importance. These are some economical importance of gymnosperm. The pinus seeds are edible. The cycas young leaves cooked as vegetable. The cycas stem eaten as starchy food called sago. The ephedrina produced from ephedra used in asthma and bronchitis to treat this disease. Tannin obtained from pinus seed is used in leather industry. Pinus wood is used in poles, beams and railway wagons. Plywood was prepared from podocars. Oil is produced from Pinus and oil of Pinus is edible. The stems are unbranched or branched. The leaves may be simple or compound. In the cycas, pinnate leaves persist of a few years. In some leaves, these are single lamina which is usually entire. In compound leaves, incision of lamina reaches up to the midrib petiole, due to which the lamina is divided into several small parts known as leaflets. The leaves in gymnosperm are as well as adapted to withstand extreme temperature, humidity and wind. In conifer, the needle-like leaf structure is help to reduce water loss. This is the diagram of a cone of the gymnosperm. This is the diagram of Pinus plant. Then we read the life cycle of cycas plant. Cycas plant is commonly known as sago palm. It is dioecious plant. Male and female plant occurs separately and haploid in nature. It is cycas possess two types of roots. The stem is erect and unbranched stem. The cycas leaves are diamorphic, that is both pinnately compound leaf and scaly leaves are present in it. Young leaves shows circinate vernation. If the male reproductive structure in it by a number of surrounded by a loosely and spirally arranged megasporophiles in acropetal succession. At the top of the female plant, it is present in the male cone. So male reproductive structure are present in the apex of the plant at the megasporangia of the plant. The ovule is orthotropous. It is consisting of acentrally present nucella surrounded by a thick integument. Megaspore cell divide meiotically to produce haploid megaspores, of which 3 degenerates and remaining the one large to become functional megaspore. Male gametophyte develops from microspore or pollen grain. The haploid nucleus of cell divide into protothelial cell and antheridial cell. The antheridial cell again divide into produce generative cell and tube cell. The generative cell divide to produce body cell and stalk cell. Then finally the body cell divide and produce spermatozoids. It is the largest sperm in plant kingdom. The sperm of the male plant body of the gymnosperm is the largest sperm of cycas in the plant kingdom. Similarly, in female gametophyte develops from functional megaspore. Endosperm is a pre-fertilized product and haploid in nature. Pollination is anemophilous, that is carried out by wind. Here the diagram of the development of male gametophyte. It is surrounded by intine, and the inner covering is called intine, or outer covering is called exine. Then boat-shaped structure appear, and then it divides meiotically to produce nuclei, daughter nuclei. Then the antheridial cell and antipodial cell produced, which give rise to protothelial cell and antheridial cell, and then tubes, vegetative cell and tube cell or generative cell produced. Then it is the diagram of longitudinal structure of section of ovule. Life cycle of gymnosperm is given here. Stigma and style are present in the flower of gymnosperm. Ovary is present there. Megasporangium is the female reproductive part. From filament, which gives rise to, from filament the microsporangium produced, which gives rise to microspores, and then the generation of male gametophyte occurs. Then the male gametophyte fuses and with the female gametophyte and zygote produced. Thus then the development of embryo occurs in the resting period of zygote. The embryo is developed and gives rise to a horseshoe shaped structure, which gives rise to sporophyte, and that is due to through the dispersal of seed gives rise to new plant. The microspore mother cell divides to produce microspore. Then vacuole develops in it. Then fast asymmetric mitotic division. Then second mitotic division occurs, which gives rise to pollen grain. And here then the megaspore mother cell divides to produce 4 types of megaspore of haploid in nature, of which 3 degenerate and 1 functional megaspore produced. The degenerated cell again divides, and some divide at the micropylar end and some divide at the chalaza end, and gives rise to 4 8-cell structure, and from which 3 are present at the micropylar end and other 3 are present at the chalaza end, and remaining 2 are present at the central cell, present as a central cell, which gives rise to which fuses and gives rise to nucleus of the plant body. So here all that we read in about gymnosperm, here they given in the chapter. The gymnosperm are naked seeded plants. Sperma mean seed are present in which the ovules are not enclosed by ovary wall and remain exposed. and before and after fertilization. The tallest tree is tree sequoia, that is redwood. The tree also make mutual relationship with fungal association type form like mycorrhiza seen in Pinus. So this is all about, we have learned it. And if you want to learn, if you want to study about more about this, then you can learn from the NCERT. The gymnosperm are heterotropous. They produce haploid new microspore cells and megaspores. So this also we have learned in our topic. In our previous slides we have learned this. So unlike biophytes and pteridophytes in gymnosperm, the male and female gametophytes do not have independent and free living existence. They remain within the sporangia retained in the sporophytes. The pollen grain is released from the microspore. The microspore that is released from the microsporophyte is the first cell, and the megaspore that is released from the megasporophyte is also the first cell of the sporophyte. The zygote develops into embryo, and the ovule develops into seed. The seeds remain unchanged. So this is all about. We have learned this in the previous. We have learned this in our class.